What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my experience with Tretinoin and why I ultimately decided to stop using the product. So in this video, I'm not going to spend too much time on my current skincare routine or history with acne, hormonal imbalance, anything like that, because I want to make a more detailed follow-up video. But I do want to talk about the side effects and the one specific side effect that drove me to stop using the product. All right, so I started Tretinoin about 2.5, 3 years ago. And prior to that, I was primarily using shea butter as a moisturizer at night and not wearing very much makeup. If I did wear makeup, I would oil cleanse and then again apply shea butter. I dealt with some hormonal acne after getting off the birth control pill in my early 20s. So I really started to learn a lot about how things affect your skin and your hormones. And I was able to find relief from that through natural solutions, lifestyle, supplements, diet, exercise. So that was really good. And yeah, I just felt like typical moisturizers tended to break me out. And I kind of went in the caveman method direction, the skin reset, where I just used shea butter. And honestly, my skin looked fantastic. It had a healthy glow. It was moisturized. I wasn't wearing sunblock in my early 20s. You know, now we know that's a big no-no. But yeah. So moving forward, about 4 years later, I started to experience a little bit of acne, not nearly as much as I had previously, but a couple pesky spots here and there. And now when I look back, based off of everything I know now about hormones and diet, like I know even more than I did then, I know why that was happening. But yeah, I just said, you know what? I've got my acne pretty much under control. I think I want to take something or use something that would maintain it from a skincare point of view. Plus, we were starting to talk about anti-aging. I was following Ageless with Shirley on my Instagram. She also followed me back when I had my curly page, Come Get Your Curl. And I don't know how old she is, but she's old enough to have like all white and gray hair. And her recommendation was Tretinoin 1% for beautiful skin in your more mature ages. So I was like, okay, I need to get me some Tretinoin. So I went to the dermatologist and they recommended 0.025% every single night on dry skin, no moisturizer. Now we know that's probably not the best advice for starting your Tretinoin journey. So if you are starting Tretinoin, the recommendation is typically to start 2 to 3 times a week and then work your way up to daily usage. Or maybe you don't even use it daily. A lot of people have success just from using a few times a week. And then you're definitely going to want to use a moisturizer after, potentially before as a buffer, and that'll help diminish or reduce any of the irritation that you may get. So I did not really experience a purge. My skin just got clearer and clearer. It was like amazing. I loved it. I did experience dryness around my eyes, my nose folds, and then around my mouth. So when I would get up in the morning, it was like my skin looked great. I applied my makeup. I was like, ooh, loving it. And then by the time I get home, I would see like my whole mouth and chin and everything was like flaking off. And I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe I was talking to coworkers like this. But anyways, I started to learn, via the internet, the real way you should be using Tretinoin. So I included more moisturizers. I actually followed, I think his name is Silver Tran, on Instagram. I followed his routine, which was CeraVe PM. Wash your face, put on CeraVe PM, put on your Tretinoin, and then put CeraVe PM again. So that was working pretty well for me. I also incorporated snail mucin, but I was still experiencing like weird texture on my cheeks and very oily skin. It was really annoying. Like you can't really wear makeup. It looked terrible. The makeup looked terrible. But my skin was clear, and yeah, I liked that. But around my eyes, so this is the first reason, but not the main reason that I stopped using Tretinoin. Around my eyes, they were just getting so dry, and I really feel like the crow's feet were worse, and also like I lost volume underneath my eyes. And I know there's a lot of debate on the internet, like a lot of people are like, it increases collagen over time, so it would actually plump up around your eyes. But I'm telling you, I feel like I lost volume around my eyes very quickly from using this product. But I was like, oh, my skin's probably not moisturized enough. So I did all the things, the Cicaplast, and the Cicaplast really did help. I drink a lot of water, I eat healthy, like I did my best. All right, so spearmint tea. If you know, you know. So due to the dryness and things like that, I just felt like something in me was telling me that this drug is not for me. I don't know, like, you know, when you just get a gut feeling. So I stopped using it for about a month and my skin was just normal. It was really nice. It was clear. Now, obviously a month isn't long enough for like all your acne to come back. But again, I had my acne under control before I got on the prescription. So I didn't expect to have like a ton of acne return. Acne is a way of your body telling you that something is wrong, especially if you have major cystic acne. It's generally a hormone imbalance. It could be gut issues. You could be eating something or doing something that's causing a lot of inflammation in your body, and just masking it with an acne medication is not going to stop the inflammation in your body. So it's going to come out in another way, and later down the line you may see major issues, not because you're using the product, but because you never addressed the root issue. So after I kind of let my skin chill out, you know, maybe my skin barrier was damaged, I returned to using the product once a week. And yeah, I liked how that was. I was like, okay, once a week, twice a week. That was the sweet spot for me. And I realized I really don't need to use this every single night. I'm getting the benefits using it twice a week. My skin's clearly too sensitive to use it every single day. By the way, I also jumped up to 0.5 and then was like, I don't need that. I was doing fine on 0.025, so I went back to 0.025. Yeah. All right, so I then moved to Ireland and I started experiencing symptoms of hormone imbalance again. Again, I am going to talk about this in another video. It was probably due to stress and a lot of other things going on, and also insomnia that I had had for almost a year at this point. And my acne started returning on my jawline, like cystic acne. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And the tretinoin helped kind of bring those cystic acne lesions to a head quickly, but they were still very red. It would be like a white head, but then the perimeter would be really big, like where a cyst typically would be, and it'd be really red. So I was like, this sucks. And I did another video on how I tackled insomnia and what my CBTI experience was. So go check that out if you're having troubles with your sleep. After I got my sleep under control, I was pretty much sleeping nightly and I was using tretinoin once a week. So I was using tretinoin once a week instead of every day. And I started to notice that every time I used the tretinoin, I couldn't sleep. And I thought, oh, you know, CBTI, you know, it takes time. You're not going to be a professional sleeper right away. You're going to have these sleepless nights and you're just going to work your way up to sleeping every night again. And it was really strange. All right, so I didn't start to put two and two together until I realized, like, you know, when you have your simple normal skincare routine and then like one day a week you do exfoliating and you do all these things, right? And you're like, ooh, I can't wait to go to bed with my super juicy skin and get a good sleep, and I'm gonna wake up looking all dewy and glowy. Well, my, you know, exciting skincare day was the day I used tretinoin. So I was like, ooh, I use my tretinoin, I'm gonna wake up with glowing skin. And every single time I used the tretinoin, I got terrible sleep. It was like crazy. I had this feeling, I would get anxiety, I would feel this like weird rushing in my system, and I literally could not sleep all night. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? Because I have cured my insomnia, but now it's coming back. And it's coming back when I started to reincorporate tretinoin into my routine once a week. And I only get a bad night of sleep once a week. So it's like 2 a.m. I can't sleep. I'm on the couch and I start Googling side effects of tretinoin. And there are posts from people both on Reddit and random dermatology boards of people saying, hey, my dermatologist put me on tretinoin and like I cannot get sleep. I've been using it for 5 days and I've not got any sleep. And these are people that are like, I'm such a great sleeper. I never have sleep issues. So I was like, holy shit. Has the tretinoin been causing my insomnia since day one? Because my sleep issues started back when I was in California when I started tretinoin. I never could get a good sleep. It was crazy. So yeah, when you start to look at the side effects of tretinoin, insomnia is one of them. Gut issues is another one of them. And that's something else that I experienced. Again, I'm not blaming the tretinoin for the gut issues because I don't know, I was under stress and things like that. That's probably more likely. But at the same time, I was like, I've been under a lot of stress before. Like, I've had more stressful jobs when I was in California than I do now. And suddenly I'm having these gut issues that I've literally never had in my entire life. So yeah, the more I started to read about the product, I was like, actually, this isn't just vitamin A. This is very powerful stuff, and it can actually affect your body. I found another YouTuber who talked about this after using the Ordinary's retinoid. She had the same experience where she couldn't sleep after using it, so she had to stop using it. She also noticed that like if she used it just on her face, she wouldn't have as many problems, but if she started to apply it in other areas, it was just too much for her body. Other people say, you know, I can't apply the prescription too late at night. I mean, it's crazy. I was like, oh Lord, no, I don't want anything that is interfering with my sleep. No. So one point that she made was, if you look at some of the side effects of Accutane, which is like supercharged vitamin A that you take orally, you could expect to potentially have some of those side effects from tretinoin, just in less severity. And insomnia, depression, and anxiety are some common side effects. Another post that I saw from a dermatologist said that some patients will experience insomnia while using Accutane, and this could be a biomarker for other psychological side effects that they can have with a prescription. I was also dealing with anxiety, an anxiety type that I had never experienced before. Like I said, I worked in stressful positions. I've experienced anxiety. And I just felt like, now granted, I definitely needed to get that under control as well, but it was not like this debilitating anxiety that I started to experience after using this product for years. Something was strange. So I stopped using the product for now about 8 weeks. And like I said earlier, my hormonal acne was coming back. So I was just focusing on getting balanced again. And once things started to balance out and my skin was looking good, I was like, you know what? I'm going to incorporate the tretinoin again because, yeah, I just want to see if I can use it because everyone talks about it being this gold standard, you know? And yeah, first night, used it, could not sleep. And again, I was like, maybe at this point, because I'm aware of it, maybe it was a placebo effect, but I really wasn't thinking about that until after I didn't sleep. And then I tried it again the following week, and again, I couldn't sleep. And it's not like I have a hard time falling asleep for a couple hours or I toss and turn. Like, I am up all night when I use it. It's terrible. So anyways, that's ultimately why I decided to stop using tretinoin. At this time, my skincare is very simple for the time being. I do plan to incorporate a retinoid, but it's something that's a little bit more gentle. And I really do not see myself going back to tretinoin. It's just not for me. And to be honest, my skin is feeling so much better, so much more hydrated. It really does look better. The texture is 100% better. And my under eyes are looking a lot better since stopping the product. Anyways, I'd be interested to see if anyone has had these experiences. Let me know in the comments below. And as usual, you can send me an email or find me on Instagram if you want to ask me any more questions. All right, thanks for watching.